You've got to stop confusing the process with punishment because too many of us think that struggle means God is mad at us. The truth is, the process is the womb where greatness is formed. It's where God is building you in silence, not breaking you in anger. If you're not careful, you will misinterpret your season of development as a season of rejection, and that misunderstanding will rob you of your strength. Every great purpose must be processed. You cannot be prepared for what's ahead if you bypass what God designed to equip you. The very resistance you're trying to escape might be the training that ensures you can stand when the weight of the promise comes. The silence of God doesn't mean He has left you. It means He's trusting you to grow in the dark. Babies don't grow where they're seen. They grow where they're hidden. The seed doesn't sprout in sunlight until it's been buried in the soil, and you're no different. Don't let the slowness of the process make you think nothing is happening. Roots grow before branches show. You can't measure progress by what's visible. God is strengthening what's invisible. Sometimes He delays your arrival because your character isn't ready to carry your calling. The delay isn't punishment, it's protection. He's not trying to hurt you. He's trying to keep you from crumbling under success that comes too soon. Your tears in this season are watering the foundation for the next. Every moment of pain is becoming mortar in the bricks of your destiny. God is shaping a structure that won't collapse when the storms hit. You can't cry your way out of process, and you can't pray your way around it. You've got to walk through it. The fire is forming you. The waiting is working you. Stay planted even when you feel buried, because being planted feels the same as being buried until you rise. God does His best work in hidden places, and that is what makes it so hard to trust. When you can't see movement, you think nothing is happening, but God builds miracles in silence. He hides you when you're ready to be seen, because He knows you need time to be strengthened before the spotlight hits you. If He exposed you too soon, the applause would crush your identity and you would break under pressure. The closed doors weren't rejection, they were redirection. He is arranging divine connections that require you to be out of sight for a while. Your obscurity is part of His strategy. You are not forgotten, you are being fashioned. The waiting is not wasted time, it's sacred time. Every unseen moment is Him sculpting your soul. God will let people overlook you so that when He elevates you, they'll know it was Him who did it. He will let you be underestimated so that no one else can take the credit for your rise. Hidden seasons teach you to hear His voice without the noise of the crowd. They teach you to be anchored in His presence, not addicted to people's praise. Sometimes God has to take you out of sight to work on your insight. He will remove you from platforms to heal you from pride. When the time is right, He will reveal what He has been refining, and everyone will see the glory that was growing in secret. Before God builds something powerful in you, He often allows something in you to break, and that breaking feels like devastation until you see the design. Brokenness isn't the end of you. It's the beginning of something deeper. God uses broken pieces to build unshakable people. You've been trying to hold everything together, but sometimes God has to let it all fall apart so you'll finally let Him rebuild it His way. He's not asking you to be flawless. He's asking you to be surrendered. The broken places are where His glory leaks through. The process will break your pride before it builds your purpose. It will crush your plans so His can come alive in you. You don't truly know His strength until you've seen the end of your own. When you've run out of answers, that's where His power shows up. God breaks what He intends to bless, and the breaking is proof that something holy is coming forth. Don't resist the breaking. Let it birth something you never imagined was inside you. Growth never comes wrapped in comfort. The pressure you're trying to escape is the very thing pushing you into who you were meant to be. Destiny develops in difficulty. You don't get stronger lifting what's light. You get stronger bearing what's heavy. Diamonds are made in darkness under intense pressure, and so are callings. If it was easy, everyone would walk into it, but only those who endure the pressing are transformed by it. The reason it hurts is because you're outgrowing the shell of who you used to be. The old version of you can't survive where God is taking you. If you only praise God when it's painless, you will miss His power in the pressing. The pressure is proof that you're on the path to purpose. There's oil in the olive, but it only flows when the olive is rushed. There's greatness in you, and the pressure is extracting it. God is using pressure to bring forth potential, and what feels like suffocating is actually strengthening. Don't curse the pressure. Bless God for trusting you with it. What you call a delay is often divine timing. God is not late. He is precise. We want microwave miracles, but God builds in slow cookers. He's weaving threads you can't see yet. Every detour you've faced was part of His design. Nothing was wasted, even the roads you thought were wrong turns. Waiting seasons are not wasted seasons. They are classrooms where God teaches endurance, humility, and trust. If He rushed you, the blessing would outrun your character and crush you. He's strengthening your roots so you can carry the weight of the fruit. Patience is not passive, it's warfare. It's warfare. Every day you wait with faith, you declare that His timing is better than your own. The enemy wants you to get weary in the waiting, but the waiting is what makes you ready. Don't despise the delay. It's the evidence that something bigger is being built behind the scenes. God never required you to understand everything. He required you to trust Him. Your understanding is limited, but His wisdom is limitless. When you lean on your own understanding, you place the weight of destiny on human logic. Faith isn't built on explanations, it's built on obedience. You don't have to know how, you just have to know who. Stop needing answers to move forward. Sometimes the next instruction will only come after you take the first step. The process won't make sense while you're in it. It only becomes clear when you look back and see how every detour was direction. Trust means choosing to believe His heart even when you can't trace His hand. It means walking in darkness with confidence because you know who holds the light. Understanding can be shaken, but trust is anchored. Let go of your need to figure it all out and lean into the God who already worked it all out. God doesn't just want to bless you, He wants to purify you, and that purification comes through fire. The fire isn't meant to kill you, it's meant to cleanse you. He burns away what can't carry your future. Refining is painful, but it's purposeful. It exposes the impurities that would sabotage your next season. When gold goes through the fire, the dross rises to the surface so the goldsmith can remove it. That's what God is doing in your spirit. He's not punishing you. He's purifying you. He's removing the fear, the pride, the doubt that can't go with you into destiny. Don't run from the heat. Let it do its holy work. The same fire that hurts is the fire that heals. You are coming out of this process more valuable, more resilient, and more radiant than you went in. The fire is not a sign of God's absence. It's the sign that His hands are on you. Faith is easy when you can see the finish line, but real faith is forged in the middle. The middle is where you're too far to turn back and not close enough to see the end. It's messy. It's exhausting. But God does His greatest miracles in the middle. He calmed storms in the middle of the sea, walked on water in the middle of the night, and raised hope in the middle of despair. Stop obsessing over how far you still have to go and start celebrating how far you've come. Faith says, even if I'm not there yet, I will keep walking. Faith keeps showing up even when feelings have left the room. The middle tests your endurance, your consistency, your trust. It's the place where your roots go deep or your resolve gives out. The enemy wants you to quit in the middle because he knows that's where most people faint. Hold your ground because breakthrough is often just one step beyond where you want to give up. God led Israel into the wilderness on purpose, and He will lead you through yours with intention. The wilderness is not where you are forgotten. It is where you are formed. It's the place where God strips away your crutches so you can learn to walk by faith. The things you depended on dry up, not to destroy you, but to teach you to depend on Him alone. In the wilderness, manna falls from heaven, not from men. Provision flows from unseen places so you can stop depending on visible ones. The wilderness exposes what's still in your heart that would sabotage your promise. Complaining, fear, doubt, all of it comes out when comfort is removed. It's where you learn that God's presence is enough when nothing else is available. His fire leads by night, His cloud covers by day, and His word becomes your daily bread. You are not lost in this wilderness. You are being led by divine hands that know the way. He knows every rock, every pit, every serpent, and still He chose this route for you. The wilderness is God's classroom where warriors are made, not playgrounds where comfort is given. He is sharpening your spirit for battles you haven't even seen yet. What looks like isolation is actually incubation for your elevation. God will cut things off of you before He lifts you up, and that cutting hurts because it feels like loss. But in the kingdom, loss often precedes increase. Pruning isn't punishment, it's preparation. He removes what no longer serves your next season so your future can breathe. You can't carry dead branches into a living destiny. What doesn't produce? See, fruit must be cut off, no matter how attached you are to it. Some relationships, habits, or mindsets are not toxic. They're just unnecessary, and unnecessary weight will slow your climb. Stop mourning what God pruned. If it left, it was blocking your fruitfulness. The cutting is not rejection. It's God making room for greater growth. Pruning means He sees more in you than you see in yourself. Gardeners don't prune weeds, they prune trees that are about to produce. After pruning comes producing, and your next season is about to overflow with fruit. God is not waiting on your perfection. He's waiting on your obedience. Obedience is the key that opens what effort alone can never access. One act of obedience can shift an entire destiny. A simple yes can open doors that striving never could. The process tests if you will follow instructions you don't understand. It will ask you to walk when you can't see the full path. Obedience is the bridge between where you are and where God promised to take you, and that bridge is only built step by step. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. Every time you hesitate, you delay what was already prepared. Move when He says move, even if you feel unqualified. The blessing is not in your plan, it's in His command. Obedience may be costly, but disobedience will cost far more than your comfort. If you will obey in the dark, God will reveal what He had waiting in the light. You don't need to be strong enough for the whole journey. You just need grace for the next step. God gives grace in daily doses, not yearly forecasts. Stop trying to figure out how you'll survive the whole process. Trust Him for the step you're standing on. Grace will meet you in places your strength cannot carry you. When you collapse, grace catches you. His strength is made perfect in weakness. If you feel weak, you are in the perfect place for His power to manifest. God is not asking you to carry everything. He's asking you to trust Him to carry you through it. The process will feel like too much, but grace will always be enough. You are not walking this path alone. Every time you wake up and keep moving, it's proof that grace is breathing life into you again. Take the step and watch grace meet you where your logic said you would fail. Elevation always requires endurance. Everybody wants the promise, but few want the process it takes to get there. Endurance is not glamorous, but it is necessary. The crown never goes to the quickest. It goes to the ones who refuse to quit. Your emotions will tell you to give up, but endurance tells your feet to keep walking when feelings flee. Every storm you outlast adds weight to your testimony. Every tear you survive becomes fuel for your purpose. You can't sprint into destiny. You've got to endure your way into it. It's not about speed, it's about stamina. The enemy knows he can't stop your calling, so he tries to drain your consistency. He knows if he can't make you quit, he can't make you lose. Endurance is the muscle of faith. It gets built when nothing is changing, but you keep believing anyway. Keep showing up because endurance will carry you where excitement cannot. Just because it's hard doesn't mean God has left you. Hardship is not evidence of his absence. It's often the stage for his presence to be revealed. God does not abandon you in the storm. He anchors you through it. You are not drifting aimlessly. You are tethered to his word. The enemy wants you to equate difficulty with divine abandonment, but difficulty is often proof of divine assignment. Storms reveal his faithfulness in ways sunshine never could. You don't see his power to sustain until everything else has failed you. Look back over your life. When every hard place became a holy place, the pain you thought would break you became the platform where his power showed up. You've survived what should have shattered you. That alone is evidence that his hand is still on you. God's faithfulness is not fragile. It's fierce. It holds when your faith is wavering and your strength is gone. He has never failed you, and this will not be the moment he starts. God is not like people, that he does not start something and then walk away. If he began a good work in you, he will complete it. You may feel stuck, but God has not stopped. His plan is still moving even when you feel motionless. Your story is not over. You are still in process, and process takes time. Don't confuse a chapter with the whole book. One setback doesn't cancel the storyline he wrote before you were born. God is a finisher. He finished creation, he finished redemption, and he will finish what he started in you. Even when you feel unfinished, you are still in his hands. The potter does not throw away clay. He's still shaping. He doesn't get tired of working on you. He doesn't quit when progress is slow. What he authored, he will bring to completion in glory. At the end of it all, trusting the process is really trusting his plan, because the process is the pathway to his promise. His plan will not fail even when your feelings do. Feelings fluctuate, but his purpose is fixed. What he promised will come to pass, but it will come through preparation, not shortcuts. You cannot have the promise without the preparation. Every step that feels like a setback is still pushing you toward destiny. Stop fighting the very thing that's forming you. You are not being buried. You are being built. The process is not your enemy. It is your escort into purpose. It is carrying you to the place your prayers have been pointing to. Every delay, every detour, very difficulty is part of the blueprint. Trust God in the process, because the same hands that are shaping you are the hands that will sustain you.